refuse to lose. I'm built to win. Applied myself, I filled it in. No time for that down. They counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse. Mine, it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it, they told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie, I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like Toby, keep on running toes, they gon' take them. Refuse to lose, built to win. Applied myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win. Yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win. Applied myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse.
Welcome back to another exciting episode of Unfazed with JJ and AJ. Man, we got an exciting episode coming up for you all today. Week 1 is in the books. NFL Week 1 is in the books, and there's a lot to get to. We got an Eagles win. We got a Commanders win. We got some games coming down to the wire, some comeback games. We got some players that didn't show up, some players that did. There's so much to get into. But before we get into that, JJ, Joe Jordan, how you feeling today, my brother?
Feeling great. Week 1 is over. Got one more page to turn on week 1 on this show, and then we're going to turn to week 2 because we got a big game Thursday. I can't wait.
For sure. Well, before we get to those previews, man, we got to talk about some recaps. We got to talk about some games that happened, some games that came and went. And honestly, to me, Joe, the most entertaining game, and this is kind of a toss-up because I thought the Vikings game was very entertaining too, the Vikings and the Bears. But the most entertaining game, the game that everyone is talking about from the weekend, was the Ravens and the Bills.
Whew.
Joe, I just got to ask you, man, how'd you feel about that game? What's your takeaways? Take it away, man. How you feeling about that game?
Obviously, it was a great game. You know, you got two superstars, Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson, and you got Derrick Henry also, who went crazy against the Bills. But here's the thing, man. I had picked the Ravens for the second year in a row to win the Super Bowl for the second year in a row. And it gives me concern after this week 1 loss. Now, is it week 1, AJ? Yes, it's week 1. But here's the thing. It's not something new. It's a recurring issue the Ravens have. You would think after the way they lost against the Bills that they would come out week 1 and not lose how they lost by crumbling. Mm-hmm. And AJ, I honestly believe the Ravens are the best team in the NFL. If everybody plays their best, they're the best team in the NFL. I honestly believe this too. The only team that can beat the Ravens are the Baltimore Ravens. They shoot themselves in the foot every time. So I go back and look at their history in the playoffs. Let's go back to, and then Lamar has been part of the problem. The Titans, Lamar throws the ball over 50 times. Why? First time in his whole season, MVP season, he throws the ball 50 times. Why are you doing it now in the playoffs? Against the Bills, you have Justin Tucker, who don't miss field goals, miss 2. Like, are we serious? Like, how is that even possible? Against the Chiefs, you run the ball only 6 times and Lamar Jackson is your quarterback? What is going on? And the Bills. Now, one time, they ran a QB draw the whole game. After we saw against the Steelers, that's all they did for one drive. So, and Lamar had his moments in every single scenario. But the reason why I picked the Ravens to win the whole thing, AJ, is because when he lost to the Bills, he was Lamar Jackson early on in the playoffs. Turnovers. But I believe he snapped out of it. And Mark Andrews let him down. So I'm like, it's no way Lamar's not gonna let this happen. But but Lamar is probably not the problem. It's probably his coach. I'm sorry. Good guy. John Harbaugh, good guy. Man of faith. Been around for a long time. Super Bowl champion. It's not a coincidence that he gives up the most 10 point leads since 1991. That's not a coincidence. All the mistakes they make, AJ, that's a culture issue. Those are bad habits. Look at it. Look at the game we just saw. Jair Alexander gets a pass interference on 4th down. Are we serious? Like, your kicker missed an extra point to push it up 7 instead. I mean, not 7. To push it up to I forgot what it was, but the Bills just missed a 2-point conversion, and you missed the extra point to allow the Bills to kick a field goal to win by 1 point.
Yep.
And me and Carr we was going back and forth with this one. Jair Alexander tackling the Keon Coleman instead of him score, and Carr was like, I told Carr, your coach should have let everybody know if XYZ happened, let them score. I mean, the pass was thrown. They were on the 34-yard line with like 40 seconds left. I mean, you got 2 timeouts. I mean, if they get a pass off, just let them score. Yep. Because a field goal wins the game. Just let them score. Give a quarterback the chance to win. So all these issues, it falls back to me on the coach, on the culture, the bad habits this team has. Maybe AJ, and I told this to Carl, if they lose in the same fashion in the playoffs, they had to move on. I know we never talked about him being a hot seat. He's on a hot seat on the low. Like, he's on a hot seat. So that's my biggest takeaway is the Ravens' bad habits carried on. And guess what? They're going to come to the regular season. They're going to catch up. They're going to be really good because nothing matters right now. What matters is in the playoffs. And what I saw from week 1, the first game, after the playoff loss, you implode again. Self-destruct. So that's my takeaway.
Yeah, man. For me, I heard this stat. I'll read it off for you as well. No team in NFL history ever scored 40 points and rushed for over 235 yards and lost.
Woo!
In NFL history, they dropped 40, rushed for 235 yards, and took an L. You know what's crazy about this game, Joe? Listen, I know that some people hearing this not going to like what I'm about to say. Josh Allen, bro. Oh, my God. Yo, that man is crazy. Joe, he crazy.
He is.
At no point, it's going to sound crazy for me to say. It's going to sound crazy, and I know some won't believe me. But I watched the whole game, start to finish. At no point, Joe, at no point did I feel like the game was over. I kid you not. In the fourth quarter, when they went up 33-19, I said, okay, let's see what the Bills do. When they went up 40-25, I said, all right, let's see what Josh Allen do. Because it seemed like they stayed within that striking distance. They only down 14, they only down 15, they only down 16. Like, they stayed within that distance of, like, you get a touchdown and you get a 2-point conversion, and it's a 1-score game. Like, even though the Ravens was putting up ridiculous points and scoring on almost every time they touched the ball, every time Josh Allen got the ball, it looked as if he was going to score as well, if not score. So it just felt like, man, the Ravens, they might have to put up 45. It just seemed like whoever get the ball last in this game, it just seemed like this is the way it's going to go. But like you said, John Harbaugh, this is one of these moments where I know I get on some Ravens fans and some Lamar Jackson fans because some of them like to put everything on everyone else, right? I get it. Lamar Jackson is a crazy good talent. The Ravens wouldn't be where they are right now if it was not for Lamar. But Lamar, a lot of times, like you stated, not only is it the coaching, but Lamar puts them in bad situations too. He turns the ball over when it matters most. He makes bad reads. He makes bad decisions. He doesn't play well. But to his credit, I thought Lamar Jackson had a flawless game. I thought Lamar played out of his mind, most notably the play where it was like, I think it was 3rd and 13. He scrambled, ran all the way behind, turned around, got the first down. Then the very next play, Derrick Henry took it to the house. in the fourth. I think that was to put them up 33-19, if I'm not mistaken, or that might have been 40
40,
to
that was
25.
40.
But that sequence of events was like, yo, these guys are playing out of their minds, right? But not only do you have the Derrick Henry fumble, that was mind-boggling in itself. Like, Derrick Henry, come on, at this point in the game, you know they reaching for the football. But then you got the next possession. The Ravens still have a chance to ice the game. You run the ball with Derrick Henry. Then you do a jet sweep with Zay Flowers out of the blue. You run a jet. I don't know if they ran that play all game, but you run a jet sweep. Then Lamar throws the ball short of the sticks on third down. It's the one time I can say, in a while, if I'm being honest, Lamar ain't really, he played a perfect game and they lost. It's the one time I can say I give Lamar Jackson fans a pass, because before I've been able to point to him and be like, but if he played better, but if he did this, but if he did that, they win the game. I can't say this. I can't say that about this one. I can say if Derrick Henry didn't fumble the ball, they win. I can say if it was better play calling down the stretch, they win. And Nick Wright said something, and I wanna reiterate what he said, because he took the words right out of my mouth. They say Lamar Jackson, or I think Lamar said himself, that he was cramping, which is why they didn't go for that fourth down or that 4th and 2. They decided to punt the ball. And it's like, yo, like, okay, Lamar is cramping. You cannot give the ball back to Josh Allen under any circumstance. It cannot happen. So what you need to do in that moment, hey, I'm about to go to the line of scrimmage. I'm about to try to draw these guys off sides first. If they don't jump, all right, let's call a timeout. Let's try to get Lamar, stretch him, get some electrolytes in him. You got 30 seconds, whatever case may be. Try to do something. I might go back to the line, try to draw him off sides again. Like, I'm doing everything I can to give him time. To give him time to go for this 4th down. Because we going for this 4th down. And the thing that people don't think about as well is this, Joe. Let's just say you go for the 4th down, right? I think, if I'm not mistaken, the Ravens had 1 or 2 timeouts left. I had to go back and look. 2 timeouts. You go for the 4th down. The Bills get the ball on the 30-yard line. There's a chance you get the ball back.
Exactly.
Now, there's also a chance that, because there's less field to travel, there's a chance you get the ball back. Now, there's also a chance that they still melt the clock all the way down and they just, manipulate the clock that way. But there's a chance with them only having to go 30 yards, you get the ball back. So it's like, to me, it was a win-win situation. You go for it. If you get it, that's the game. You go for it and you don't get it, you might still get the ball back and give Lamar an opportunity to drive the distance of the field and score a touchdown. But I knew they were in trouble, Joe. Like I said, I never counted the Bills out. But I knew the Ravens were in trouble when the Bills didn't get that 2-point conversion. When the Bills didn't get that 2-point conversion, because in my mind, if you get that 2-point conversion, the Ravens are back to being the Ravens. Lamar's trying to drive the ball downfield, get in field goal range, and score. But when you don't get the 2-point conversion, now you back playing conservative. All right, we're gonna run the ball. We're going to run a jet sweep, and then we're going to throw the ball short of the 6 because you're trying to milk the clock instead of playing your game. I can't put this on Lamar. I put this on Derek, and I put this on Coach Harbaugh, but I got something to tell Ravens fans. It's one of the reasons why I didn't pick them to go to the Super Bowl, and I got the Bills going. I don't see anything changing. It's either going to be the team when it matter, or it's going to be Lamar. It's either going to be Derrick Henry when it matter, or it's going to be John Harbaugh. This is a reoccurring theme, and I just don't see it changing, Joe, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm with you. And I was in the same boat. Like, I was in the chat, I kept saying, y'all keep having a chance to put it away, meaning get a stop and then score again and go up 3 scores. That's what I feel like they needed to do, go up 3 scores. That 2-score lead didn't feel good. But I'm not going to lie. When Derrick Henry got that run at the end, I was like, dang, it might be over. I had that feeling. And then I did not expect him to fumble. Like, he fumbled.
Yeah.
So kudos to them. That was a really good play. I'm not going to put down Derrick Henry. That was a really good play.
But see, you got to keep in mind though, like it was if I'm not mistaken, it was 32 to 40 at that time. Mm-hmm. So like really they didn't necessarily need Derrick to fumble. They just needed to stop him and get the ball back. But it was a blessing they got the fumble. That's why I said I couldn't. If they'd have got a first down and Derrick didn't fumble, then all right, it's over with. But I stayed locked in because I'm like, I got a funny feeling Josh gonna get this ball back. And I also, last thing I'm gonna say, and we can move on, Joe, because I don't want to spend too much time on this, but I do want to say this. This is another reason why I keep telling Ravens fans, y'all want to fault Mark Andrews this, Mark Andrews that. Yes, he did fumble the possession or two before in the playoffs. That was a big momentum shifter in the game. I think they could have took the lead with that if they just scored on that drive. Right. But as far as the 2-point conversion goes, Josh still had over a minute left to go down and score. And Joe, he was going to go down and score. Yeah. He was going to go. It was going to happen, bro. Like, I'm to the point with Josh where the only player he can't beat is Mahomes. I think he could be. And, I mean, he ain't shown he could beat Hurts yet either. You know, I would say that. But as far as the AFC is concerned, it looked like he could beat everybody but Pat at this point. So, yeah, man. Yeah. But again, I see both teams having a good year, but I just see it ending a certain way for one and ending a different way for another.
Well, Josh Allen is a great quarterback. He is. But there's another one a lot of people say is great. It's Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow and the Bengals struggled tremendously in the first game of the season against the Browns and won the game 17-16 in ugly fashion. But, AJ, they won. They won a week 1 game. So, what was your reaction to this game?
113 passing yards. 1 passing touchdown. He averaged 4.9 yards per pass. He was sacked 3 times. He had a QBR of 51.4 and a passer rating of 87.8. Now, this is what I will say. I'm going to take my bias out of these takes after I get this statement out of the way. Jay Hurts have a stat line like that, he getting killed, and we all know it. We all know it. Whether they win or lose, man, he only had 113 yards. He got Chase and T and all these other guys. He only had 100. I mean, but some offensive lineman was hurt, so the pressure was getting. It don't matter. He 113, but like it would go on and on. I haven't heard enough about Joe Burrow, and the reason why I haven't heard enough about Joe Burrow is because they won the game. And so when I take my bias out of it, at the end of the day, and it's going to be fun talking about the Commanders and the Eagles game too, because I have some things that kind of go along the same narrative. At the end of the day, at this point in the season, especially for the Bengals, it's about stacking wins. It's about stacking wins. We know the Bengals and Joe Burrow at some point in the season will get better. He will play better. The team will play better. But they had to get this monkey off their back and win a Week 1 game. They haven't won a Week 1 game in I don't know how long, bro. Like, it's been maybe 3 years, maybe 4. Like,
1-11 in the last 6 years in the first 2 games of the season.
So they had to get this monkey off of their back and win. But boy, did they skate. Boy, did they skate. I thought in the first half they played well. I thought the pressure wasn't getting home as much in the first half. Burrow had a little bit more time. He was maneuvering the pocket a little bit better. You scored 14 points in the in the first half. And then in that second half, you scored 3 points, and the only 3 points you scored came off of an interception where you was already in, the Browns territory. So, like, they skated. The only reason why they won that game, if we being honest, is because that kicker couldn't make no kicks. He missed an extra point and a 36-yard field goal. He shouldn't have a job today. If I'm being honest, he shouldn't have a job today. So I'm looking at it like this. Like you said before, and I think you said it. I think you hit it right on the head last episode. And I wish that I had cropped it and I could just replay it to end my take on this game. Because what you said, paraphrasing, so my bad if I get it a little wrong, but what you basically said was, we can't praise Joe Burrow every which way. When he plays well and his defense don't play well, it's praise Joe Burrow because he went out there and he lost, but at least he played well. And then in the win, he don't play well, but the defense show up and they make plays and Joe Burrow get credit. Come on now, that's not how it worked. That's not how it worked. This is one of these instances, right? So on the previous block we just did, it was all right. This is the one time Lamar played crazy and his defense didn't show up and he lost that game. So we still give Lamar credit because sometimes he does not play well. His defense plays great and they lose those games and he gets slandered for it. So we give credit to Lamar where it's due. On the flip side of that, for Joe Burrow, in this case, this is one of those instances where we complained all year about your defense. All year, it was complaints about his defense. His defense this, his defense that. They got to score 30, 40 points in order to win. This one of those instances where, okay, your defense held the team to 16 points, and it ain't like you ran away with it. You didn't. You scored 17 points, and that defense won you the game. Even at the very end, they had an opportunity to seal the game. Couldn't seal the game. Had to punt the ball back to the Browns, and the Browns had an opportunity to move the ball downfield to score again. But I forget who it was. I don't know if it was Judy or whoever it was. Caught it, then muffed it in the air, and a defender caught it, and that's the end of the game. Like, they talk about skating. Talk about skating, bro. If they continue this, it's not gonna go well. But I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt and say they just needed. Sometimes you just need to get that monkey off your back. Hopefully they are better going forward. But the same way we praise Joe Burrow when his defense don't play well, let's praise this defense when his defense win him a game too. Let's talk. You know what I mean? Let's look at this defense balled out. I don't know if they're gonna look like that all year, but that's at least one win for the defense. I'm gonna put it like that. So if they miss the playoffs and we go back and look at all the games here, I'm gonna be calculating. But the defense got him at least 3. I'm gonna be, and I think either the highest or the second highest paid player on the roster. So you got to be the one winning most of the games. That's what they pay you. That's what they pay you to do. So while if the defense keep winning you games, I got my calculator out. I got my tally out, Joe. Defense got you 1 game. Defense got you 2 games. Hey, I'm on it, Joe. I'm on it.
That was a horrible performance by the Bengals in the win. Now, the only good thing is good about it is that they won. Like you said, they were 1-11 the last 6 years in the first 2 weeks, and they won an early game because we know the Bengals are that type of team that turns it on as the season goes on. That's just been their motto since Burrow's been there. The offensive line was horrific. The offensive line couldn't block worth nothing on the passing downs and on rushing downs. Chase Brown, 21 carries, 43 yards. What? That's 2 yards a carry. That's terrible. They could not run the ball. And it wasn't like it was a penalty issue. Like, they had a bunch of penalties in the Browns. They both had 7 penalties. So, like, it was just the Browns in the trenches. They just dominated them on the defensive side of the ball. Like, bro was getting pressure a lot of the game. But here's the problem.
Second half, they got a lot more pressure for sure.
He not mobile. That's a problem. That's not my fault. I'm sorry. He not mobile. I got a guy, when the pressure comes, he good. He's straight. He can maneuver. Did you know how many pressure you said he had the whole game?
What was it? 113, 114?
Did you know the offense had 7 yards in the second half?
I didn't know that.
7 yards in the second half. That's ridiculous. Come on, man. So, like I said, 51 QBR. It was terrible. And the only reason why they won that game, is because the kicker with a little over 2 minutes left missed a 36-yard field goal. And that's on top of missing an extra point, would have been a tie game. Mm-hmm. So, but instead they lose by 1 point. Because of a missed extra point and a missed field goal. And like you said, the defense stumbled into an interception at the end of the game. Yep. So, but the defense played pretty well. Obviously, it's the Cleveland Browns. They're not a great team. It's like us when we play the Giants. They're just not a great team. But the Cleveland Browns have a good defense. But we're going to talk about the Giants. They got a good front four. I'm just saying. But anyways, it was ugly because Joe Burrow is not mobile. He's not a mobile quarterback. He's a sitting duck himself. And analysts be killing me when they say he can run. I'm like, no, he can't. They be saying that. I'm like, he's not a mobile quarterback. He's a sitting duck. Jamar Chase is always X'd out against Cleveland. Right? I remember they asked Jamar Chase, who is the guy you have a hard time going against? He always say Denzel Ward. He always says that. All right? Jamar Chase had 2 catches for 26 yards. T. Higgins, 3 catches, 33 yards. So those 2 ain't going on. I mean, what's going on, Joe Burrow? So, but like I said, it's early in the year. They always start slow. Yeah, it ain't. You're right. The Browns, shout out to Cat. The Browns defense is good. And Joe Flacco is a veteran quarterback. They threw the ball a lot, too. He threw the ball 45 times. He had 2 interceptions. All right? So that's Joe Flacco for you. QBR 32. You about to say something?
Yeah. I ain't want to cut you off.
Go ahead.
I do want to throw this little jab out there since Kev is here. I want to throw this little jab out there, Kev. Because we don't give this excuse to Jettis when Jettis have a bad day. Jettas only catch 2 passes. You know what I'm saying? Sam Darnold back there getting sacked left and right, throwing pick sixes and ain't got no time. All we hear is, well, Jettas, where was Jettas at? Where was Jamar Chase week 1? Look like he matched up with look like he lined up with Denzel Ward and we ain't really see him all day. That's what I say. Let's we ain't heard nothing about Chase. Not a peep. Not a peep. I'm just saying. Go ahead, continue.
He said that. He said Denzel Ward is the toughest matchup for him. He be asking him out. But Cal came in the chat yesterday and said, "Is Jettas getting strapped?" And then soon he left. Jettas went off in the second half. All right, get that touchdown.
You know what I mean?
Jettas nice, bro. But anyway,
bro, best in the league. I don't care what nobody say. Jettas is the best in the game, bro. But my bad.
And he playing with a rookie. He's like, no matter who he playing with.
Come on, bro. Come on. You preaching, bro.
Come to the side, Joe. Come to the side.
I mean, come on now. Sure, Joshua Dobbs.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
No matter. I give him that. And Jamar got his boy. But just like Malik Neighbors gonna have his boy soon. But my thing is, it's an early win for the Bengals. This, like I said, they're gonna turn it up as the season goes, and this is every year, and I expect them to do that. But I know in our community, Joe Burrow is not getting killed because there are no Joe Burrow fans in our community. That's but you should bring it up because guys been saying Joe Burrow is better than your guy. So if I'm you, I would bring it up in our community. But in the national media, nobody's talking about it. Everybody's saying they won, though. They won. But last thing I'm going to say is this. They started playing in the preseason so they can start off fast. And them playing in the preseason don't look like they played in the preseason. It didn't. Like Joe Burrow playing all those extra snaps, about to get killed by the Commanders just to come out and look like this.
Right.
So,
right. It ain't make a difference. It didn't make a difference. Psychologically, if it helped, cool. But overall, it didn't make much of a difference. But speaking of the Commanders, speaking of JD5, speaking of that defensive line, speaking of Scary Terry, Debo Samuel, speaking of them, they got a big-time game Thursday night, Joe. This is the most. These next 2 blocks are the most fun. I'm just itching to get to these 2 blocks right here. We got the Commanders. We got the Green Bay Packers. Joe, I need a preview about how this game is gonna go. We saw the Packers come out and beat the Detroit Lions. Detroit Lions looking a little suspect, but I'll get to that in a second. Carl, I hope you're here. I'll get to that in a second. Detroit looking suspect, right? Packers get them up out of the way. And we see the Commanders, they just dismissed the Giants for the most part, you know. So I got to ask you, Joe, going into this game, how you feel about the Packers? How you feel about your Commanders? This game is in Green Bay. How you feeling, Joe? What's your preview?
Let me ask you a question.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to take a page out of your book. How you think I feel?
Like you feeling good, man. Like you
feeling
good.
Great. I'm feeling great about this game, AJ. It came at the right time. Packers up here. I saw Colin Coward. What's his name? Colin Coward had Packers number 1 on his power ranking. I heard people saying Jordan Love MVP. And you know what, AJ? I want to say this. I used to be a Jordan Love guy. Used to be. What Justin Herbert is to you, I think that's Jordan Love for me, man.
Ooh, I like
what
that.
has he done? I mean, beat the Cowboys? Who haven't done that? I'm sorry. That's all he's done. He's living off that one win against the Cowboys. He is not whoever, because he's talented. Oh, he can throw the football well. He's talented. He's talented. If you ask anybody, do you remember how he looked against the 49ers in the playoffs? They forgot. They don't talk about that no more. Do you remember how he looked against the Eagles last year? They forgot. They don't talk about it no more. Oh, he was injured. He was this. He was that. Even against the Lions, right? Think about this, AJ. I heard people say that he had a perfect game against the Lions. A perfect game. It was a defense that won him that game. They got an early lead and the defense played well. All right? But listen to this. In the first 3 quarters, Jordan Love, in the first 3 drives, Jordan Love had 165 yards and 2 touchdowns. After the first 3 drives, AJ, the man had 23 yards That's it. And he almost threw 2 picks. Yeah. He threw a pick, and the dude dropped it. Threw it right to him. The man was sitting in a clean pocket the whole game. And the one pressure he got, it was almost an interception. And then he threw an interception, and then he ran it back for a pick 6, and they called it back because it was a flag. Like had nothing to do with interception either. Call it back because of the flag. So I am not worried about the Packers. I'm really not. I feel like the time had come in better. The Packers are put on a pedestal right now. People saying that they are the biggest threat to the Eagles. Like, they just diminish. And I heard Mike T on ESPN. If I had to start a quarterback in the NFL outside of Jordan Love, I'm picking Jaden Daniels. Outside of Jordan, now I guess that's a compliment. You say you pick Jaden Daniels.
For him, it's a compliment.
Yeah. But outside of Jordan Love, what has he done? I'm sorry. Did you not forget that they went undefeated when he got hurt? So how they only win 11 games? They went 3-0 with Malik. What's the name? I forgot his name.
Malik Willis.
Malik Willis. They went 3-0 with him, and he comes back and messes it up. So, listen, we had 12 penalties against the Giants. When I watched the Giants game, right, we completely dominated, but we kept on doing like week 1 stuff. We had 12 penalties, bro. The Giants had 6. I looked at all the third downs we missed, and every single last one of them, except for one, was because of us. Like a drop pass, a penalty, like stuff like stupid stuff. Like we had one catch on Terry. That was a catch, but they ruled it incomplete, so they challenged it. It was too close to change it. That was one. He overthrew Terry McLaurin on a wide open bomb. He was wide open, overthrew him on third down. Zach Ertz dropped a wide open pass on third down. Zach Ertz dropped the pass on third down. They got challenged and he dropped it. He missed Debo on the deep post route one time. Like, it was so much stuff happening that looked like week 1 stuff. And I remember last year, AJ, when we played the Giants, guess what? We had 10 penalties against the Giants in week 2. 10. We won the game still. And then Dan Quinn did not like it. That's not how we play. After we beat the Giants on Sunday, everybody, Jaden Daniels, yeah, we won, but that's not how we play. That's not how we play. We're going to fix it. Guess what we did last year after that game? We went to Cincinnati on Monday night and had 3 penalties a whole game, and all 3 came in the last drive. But it didn't matter because we got JD5. It didn't matter. But all I'm saying is the whole game, it was clean. And I promise you, we're going to come out and it's going to be a clean game on our end. And it ain't going to be too clean with Jordan Love. Because one thing about Jordan Love, I know he's going to put ball in harm's way. We actually called it an interception, but it got put back because Bobby Wagner hands in the face on Russell Wilson. So it's a lot of emphasis on turnovers. We're going to get the ball from Jordan Love. So I don't care how many yards he got. He's going to give us a couple of possessions. But last thing I want to say this. Jordan Love is not better than Jaden Daniels at all, bro. Like, they are not on the same tier to me. They're not on the same tier. I'm dead serious. Jordan Love is not even the top 10 for real. And let's try to squeeze him in the back end in the top 10. It's hard to put him in the top 10. Jaden Daniels, the only reason why you won't put him top 10 because he's a rookie. But my man is not CJ Stroud. He's going to take a leap. Like, you can see it. Brian Burns, he said, oh, he talked too much. I love that. You know what I mean? My man comfortable. He out there in the backyard playing football. He talking the whole game. It was one time he doing cadence. He talking, and they call a timeout. He said, Cliff, I got it. Cliff, you ain't call a timeout. I got it. My man is chill. He's cool, calm, collective. I think he threw it to 16 different people. I think I'm overhyping it. But he distributed balls to everybody. It don't matter who it is. Like, I don't care if Terry get 2 catches every game. I don't care. Are we winning? Terry out there, he going to be a problem because he draws attention. He going to be a problem. But Jaden Daniels, they asked him, how you going to feed all these weapons? He said, listen, the defense dictate where the ball goes. That's what he always says. I mean, you get open, you get your catches. That's how it's going to be. So, but my guy, Jordan Love ain't my guy. If it comes down to the pressure point, it's over. Jordan Love is going to crumble like he normally does. And my guy is going to rise to the occasion. So, AJ, I'm confident, bro. I don't like guaranteeing wins. I ain't going to say guarantee because anything can happen. But I'm super confident, and I might just go live during the game.
Oh man. So I watched the Commanders game. I watched the Packers game. I must say, to me, it was night and day games. To me, watching both teams, watching both games, it was a night and day game. Now, as you know, I might not like the Lions. I do have a little respect for the Lions, though. You know, they do have a good offense. At least so we thought so far, right? They got a good offense. They got a defense that's healthy. So I'm expecting that to be a game. And on the other side, when I look at the Commanders and I look at the Giants, I'm thinking going into the game, only way the Giants win this game is if they get constant pressure on JD and Malik Neighbors go crazy on offense. But that's the only way they win this game because they just simply, they're a team that's on the up and up. They're a team that's on the rise, right? I can see them being good in a few years when Jackson Dart is in the lineup. But I'm not expecting them to come out and do nothing special, especially against a team that was just in the NFC Championship game. Now, it's week 1, right? These are my thoughts going into the game. I'm watching the Packers game, and I'm like, yo, Jordan Love didn't look great in the second half, but he played very well in the first half. He ended the game going 16-22. You know what I mean? Got me 21 fantasy points. Decent. 188 yards. He was effective. 2 touchdowns, no turnovers. Now, he did have a pick that, you know what I'm saying, but it was a flag. It don't count. Technically, it don't count. You know what I mean? Technically, it don't count. You know what I mean? So box score going to tell you, game going to tell you, hey, he had no interceptions, no fumbles, two touchdowns, 16-22, 188 yards. And that defense, now with Micah Parsons, and they just was sprinkling him in on third down and whatnot because he don't know the whole playbook. But you could tell when he's out there, it's a different D-line, bruh. He taking attention off a lot of the other guys, so other guys is able to get to the passer. And if you mess around and you miss his assignment, or he mess around and he gets through the double team, he running and he hawking Jared Goff down. And I'm like, I'm not going to lie. I didn't like the second half, but I like what I saw from the Packers overall against a team that we have a lot of respect for in the Detroit Lions. Now, I do think the Lions are suffering from not having Ben Johnson. It's interesting seeing a quarterback play with a new offensive coordinator for the first time in a while. It's kind of funny to see that, right? Well, it is what it is, you know. Get to that in a second, right? I'll go and I give them that, you know, the Lions, they got stuff to work out, but I still respect them as a team. I go and I watch the Commanders and the Giants game, and I'm like, I thought y'all started the game very strong. In that second half, y'all was stagnant. And it wasn't like the Packers and the Lions where I felt like, for the most part, I really had confidence throughout that the Packers had it under control. For the Commanders, it just felt like if Russ can make a play, it's 6-14. If he can make a play, they right there. And the defense is getting stops. They making plays. It's not like they, you know, now granted, you got penalties. You got drop passes. You got a missed pass to Terry McLaurin. I think if Terry was there in camp, that pass is on the money.
Maybe.
That's just me. I saw a little Russ like I anticipated with that connection. I just saw, you know what I'm saying? But he got other guys he got the connection with, like Debo. Credit to Debo. He had a great game. Like Ertz, you know, getting the ball to Zach Ertz, the rookie running back who don't know if he the fourth string, fifth string, or if he the starting running back. Like what's going on? I got him in fantasy. Do I start him or do I not? I don't know. Yeah. I don't know what's going on, right? But it was a lot going on for some other players. But I saw that rush between Terry and Jaden, and I'm looking at this game, and I'm just like, given how the Packers played, given how the Commanders played, the Commanders, they can't play like that against the Packers. Now we can say Jordan Love gonna get that ball up, and he probably will. But the thing I like about Jordan Love, he got a little bit of Brett Favre in him. He might give you 2 interceptions. He probably give you 3 touchdowns too, maybe 4, depending on how the day going, and another 200 to 400 passing yards, right? And do you got to worry about Josh Jacobs coming out of the backfield? So The way I see this game, also keep in mind, when I picked the Commanders to win this game, initially I said I want to pick the Packers. But I'm going with the Commanders because the Packers, their receivers banged up. I don't know who's going to play. Dobbs is out there. Reed is out there. Wicks is out there. So I'm looking at this game as an Eagles fan like, hold on. Commanders, they looked okay. They looked okay to me. But they didn't look like the Commanders of last year. And again, it's week 1. Whereas the Packers, they could be peaking already. They could be early peaking, and then you know how that go when you peak early. You kind of fall off towards the end of the season. Because them adding Micah, I think is big. And I think you spoke to this like in the chats. Them adding Micah doesn't change much about how you feel about them, you know, when you're thinking from an Eagles or Commanders perspective. But you can see how they could be more of a threat than what they were before. They could be peaking right now, hitting the Commanders at the right time, and it's in Green Bay. I think y'all in trouble week 2. I'm not going to lie. Now, if I had to put my money on someone for this game, I'm going to put it on Jaden. I'll give you that. I'm going to put it on the Commanders because I trust Jaden Daniels, and I trust y'all coaching staff. I trust y'all offense more than I trust what Jordan Love got going on over there. But I think it's closer than you think. And Micah Parsons, when he played against Jaden Daniels, now he's seen him twice. He sacked him like 3.5 times in the meeting that you saw, y'all. So Micah's out there now. I think this game is going to get tricky for you. I think it's going to get tricky for you, Joe. I ain't going to lie, but I will pick the Commanders. I'll pick the Commanders to get by. I would.
See, this is why I said that this game came at the right time. Because the Packers are on the high right now. Woo! They're the best team in the world right now, according to everybody I'm listening to. Best team. And Michael played us when our O-line was hurt. Both times we played the Cowboys, we had injuries on the O-line. We have a new revamped offensive line. You think the Green Bay Packers D-line better than the Giants? Let me ask you, what you think?
No, I don't.
And they was having a hard time. Now they got 2 sacks. They got 3 because one was like, just him running.
He was holding on to the ball.
Yeah, he was on to the ball. But he was giving them problems back there. And how we using Jaden Daniels, we actually running plays for him. Oh, man, they were looking. Had Debo come across on the motion. Oh, you don't know what's going to happen. Like, what's going to happen? Like, it's going to be Debo, it's going to be Bill. Is he going to keep it? Is he going to throw it? Man, listen. I get it. They play, it's week 1. I'm not so happy about the Giants win. I knew we were going to win. I watched that game with no pressure. I watched it, and I just wanted to watch my team play. That's why I was excited about watching it. So I wasn't thinking like, are we going to lose, bite my nails? None of that happened. I was stress-free. I knew it was going to be a dub, automatic. But when I watched Jordan Love against these golf Lions, Jared Goff, bro, when he get pressured, do you know in the last 3 years, when Jared Goff is not pressured, he has the highest QBR in the NFL when he's not pressured. But when he's pressured, he got the 28th QBR in NFL. 28th. They live with the play action. They couldn't do that for real because Jahmyr Gibbs, they got 3 new offensive linemen up there, and they were getting killed. Now, we got some big boys up front. And JD5 mobile. Like, we were getting pressure all last year. So I ain't want. It's a whole different game plan, a whole different mindset going against. And same with us. I understand that. The Green Bay got a better offensive line also. Our defense not going. I don't know. We won't see. But it ain't the Giants' defense or offensive line. Giants had their best offensive lineman was out. Tom is out for the game. So I'm not putting a lot of stock on that game. You know what I mean? But I do like the physical and the violent type of play we had. I like that part of it. But I'm ready, man. When the game come on, man? 2 days? I'm ready.
I give y'all credit. Y'all was getting pressure like crazy.
But I D tackles.
Y'all was getting pressure like crazy. And Russell Wilson, they gotta put Jackson out there, bro. Russell Wilson is not it, bro.
But why? But see, everybody keeps saying that, right? Jackson Dart don't like 2 picks.
Maybe.
I mean, I'm sorry.
Maybe.
Well, it's not much he could have done, bro. Like, it was
I don't know, Joe. Like, y'all left them in the game for so long. They was in the game until Debo took that jet sweep to the touchdown. They were in the game for most of the game. So it's like Russell Wilson was a play or two away from really making it like the Commanders got to go get this game, opposed to they just gonna like not lollygag, but you know what I mean. They gonna coast to a win. Like there's a couple plays, man. He could have got out of the pocket and made things happen. And I just think that Jackson Dart. One thing I'll say about him, bro, Jackson Dart. And I think I said this before. He got a certain pizzazz about him. He got a certain like macho to him that gives you confidence. That's like when he step on the field, it feels different. And I know it was preseason. It was preseason. But it's just a different vibe I was feeling when he was out there. It was like you know what I mean? It's hard to explain. It's just like you know it when you see it. Like, dude a little different. He a little different. So, you know, you know what it really reminded me of, bro? I look at that game that y'all played, and I know y'all not the Chicago Bears, and I still think y'all win the game.
Oh my gosh!
But I look at that game like how I kind of look at when I go back and watch the Minnesota game against the Bears. I just look at it like, like the Bears kind of had the game, but they never really put it away, and they kept giving the Vikings chances. They kept them in the game, kept them in the game. And then all of a sudden, all of a sudden the run game got going, and then JJ started making plays. And it's like, wait a minute. I feel like that could have been a similar situation. JD pulls it out. But if Jackson Dart is out there, I think that game could have been similar to that. Like, oh, snap. Like, they let him hang around, and now the Giants kind of creeping up. And now the defense is playing an even higher level of intensity because now they think they can win. You know what I mean? So, I ain't gonna lie. It's week one, and I try not to read too much into week one. But I ain't gonna lie, Joe. I was looking at y'all game like Debo doing this thing, but I like what I see. I'm not gonna lie. Like as an Eagles fan, like they look cool, but
same thing with y'all though against Dallas, you know. But look, I do want to say this before we leave. We were 4-11 on third down. I'm gonna quickly go through this. 4-11 on third down. We had 7 non-conversions, and we converted 4 times. On the first one, Zach Ertz dropped a wide open third down pass, wide open, dropped it. On the second one, missed Terry McLaurin wide open. On the third one, intentional grounding at the end of the quarter. All right, remember that when we just threw it out of bounds, right? Yep. So it was like a rush play. In the fourth one, we had Holden on second down, which dropped us about 10 yards, and Hurts dropped a third down pass, another drop. On the fifth one, Terry caught it, but they caught it as a non-catch, and because it was too close to call, they didn't switch it. And then on the only third down play I would give the Giants when we threw it to Debo on the outside and they tackled him for negative 2 yards. Outside of that, bro, I know he went 4-11, but I know what stuff we gonna clean up. It's like it's week one stuff.
It's week.
It had nothing to do with the Giants. So that's how I watched that game. Like I said, I had no worry. I'm like, all right, and I'm glad it happened against the Giants and not the Packers. Because, like I said, it reminds me of last year. We did the same exact thing as the Giants, and we only won by 3 points. But then go play the Bengals and drop 38? Oh no. Yeah. So we're gonna do something similar.
Interesting.
I'm confident, bro. We might win by a field. Okay, how we win, but we getting this dub. We getting this dub, and we gonna have Friday. I'm watching Get Up. First thing first. First take. I'm watching Interrupted, whatever it's gonna call it, and 6 a.m. I'm watching everything. I'm watching all the YouTube channels. I'm watching the new arenas and skip jump.
I feel you.
But look, we got another big game coming up though. Super Bowl rematch. And they got y'all a 4 o'clock game as well, right? What the world? They got y'all playing with everybody else? It's a Super Bowl rematch. Y'all should be proud. They should swap our games out. I mean, I don't know. It's a Super Bowl rematch, but y'all both just played primetime games, so I get it. So, AJ, the Eagles, they won. Let me tell you this all. It's not about us no more. The Eagles, they won. The Chiefs, they lost. So, how you feeling about this game against y'all and the Chiefs?
I feel good, Joe. I feel good. And I forgot my flag, but it's all good. I got the Eagles in the background. We straight. We're going to hold it down, man. What I want to say first is it's very, very early. Before I say anything about Philly, I want to say something about the Chiefs. It's very, very early. But I know in my heart of hearts, I am 1,000% right about the Chiefs. This team is not going to be the same team that we're used to seeing, bro. Now, I still got them going to the AFC Championship and making a run because you just give them that respect. But as far as them being this juggernaut that's going to snatch the division and dominate and do this, that, and the third, I do not see that team this year. They look suspect defensively, right? No, first off, let me rewind. They used to winning all these games close down the wire, bro. They spent, I want to say, 2 straight years doing it. Every game coming down to the wire. Every game coming down to the wire. And somehow somebody miss a kick. Or somebody block a kick. Or last second touchdown by, Patrick Mahomes. Or somebody fumbles and they win off that. Or some mysterious flag comes out. They win off that. It's always something. They find ways to win these games, bro. But that only lasts for so long. It only lasts for so long. And this year, I think it's going to flip. Either they're going to dominate or they're going to lose a lot of these close games. And I thought this was the perfect example of that. This game came down to the wire. Shout out to Herbert. Played out of his mind. One of the best games I've seen him play in his entire career, might I add. So great game. He diced them boys up left and right. They could not defend. And it seemed like anytime Herbert dropped back, it seemed like he was going to complete the pass. It's crazy when I have confidence he going to complete every throw. Because you know how I feel about him. He dropping back. He completing every throw, making every read, making every pass. The game comes down to, and this is, to me, this is one of the biggest signs. Before I even say anything about Pat, this is one of the biggest signs. Your best player on defense, Chris Jones, decides to go in on the defensive line instead of keeping contained, and Herbert just runs for 14 yards and seals the game. Lack of discipline. After a Super Bowl loss, y'all just lost 40-22. You come out with a lack of discipline against a division rival? Joe, I just don't think that I really do not think that they are going to be the same team. Offensively, they got injuries that they're dealing with. Obviously, Rashee Rice is still out. I don't know if Xavier Worthy is going to be healthy. Travis looked okay. He had that what touchdown going down the sideline. He looked okay. But even Pat, man, overthrowing guys left and right. I'm just like, look, man, this team, they can't get the run game going. They can't run the ball. So Pat running all over the place, getting every first down, making every play. On one hand, with the Philadelphia Eagles, we're going to get to how they look in a second. I can see them being better. On the Chiefs, I can see them being marginally better, but not a lot. I think this is who they're going to be this year. I think it takes so many times you can have these close games and you can get to an AFC Championship game and get to a Super Bowl. At some point, you're gonna hit that wall and you're gonna fall for a season, maybe 2. Now let me get to Philly. Let me pull up these numbers real quick. Let's start with the obvious, right? AJ Brown, 1 reception, 8 yards. Devontae Smith, 3 receptions, 16 yards. Right? Saquon Barkley, 18 carries, 60 yards, 1 touchdown. Joe, you picked the Cowboys. If I told you AJ was only going to catch 1 pass, Devontae was only going to catch 3 for 16 yards, and they was going to keep Saquon under 100 yards, you think you still picking, or you think you sticking with that Cowboys pick? You saying the Cowboys will win that game?
If you told me CeeDee Lamb had 3 drops.
No. We just talking about the Eagles. We just talking about what happened on the offensive side of the ball for the Philadelphia Eagles. No. Them stats. If I gave you that stat line, it didn't tell you anything else about the game. Just say everybody's healthy. Everybody ends the game healthy. CD's out there. Dak is out there. They don't have Micah no more, but they got Bland and Diggs.
Kenny Clark.
Hey. What in your mind? How you got the game ending? If I tell you that?
Oh, y'all losing.
Oh man. Then you look at Jay Hurts. Let me scroll back up. 152 passing yards, nothing too crazy. 19 of 23, 82% completion percentage. 2 rushing touchdowns, 14 carries, 64 yards. No, 60. Yeah. Well, it was really 64, but then he did the 2 nils, so it's 62. I want to say this about Jay Hurts, bro. All off season long, we hear about what he got and what he working with and all of that. But I keep telling people, The same way you feel about JD5. Long as you got JD5, you alive. Long as I got Uno, I feel good, bro. Long as and it might not rhyme, but it worked. Long as I got Uno, I feel good that we have a chance to win a football game. What I saw from him in that game, and I know the numbers don't blow you out of the water, but it's when you watch the game, I can tell that he just won the Super Bowl and he was Super Bowl MVP. I can tell by how he playing. Thank you, baby. Thank you. She brought me the flag. She got me right. She got me right. You know what I mean?
You set it up too.
She got me right. You know what I mean? I can tell that he just won the Super Bowl. You know, because he playing with a ton of confidence. When I look at him in the pocket, in years before, even last year, sometimes he would get a little jittery in the pocket when the pocket would collapse. This past game, I saw him just sitting there. I'm like, he ain't moving at all. Sit there, dot. I'm chilling. Pass rush coming, but I'm good. When I need to run, I'll run. But for the most part, I'm chilling. And one thing I give him credit for, people say dink and duck. I give credit to Hurts when he dinks and ducks. Because I love when he do that. You want to get to 2nd and 5 in this offense. You want to get to 3rd and 3 in this offense. You don't want to be at 3rd and 10, 3rd and 13. Dink and dunk all day long if that's what they're going to give you, because they don't want AJ and Devontae to burn you over the top, or even Dotson to burn you over the top. Dink and dunk and keep the possession going. He took his time in the pocket. He made the right throws. He ran when he needed. And I will say this about Jalen. The team didn't look good. It was a weird day. AJ, Devontae not doing much. Saquon getting slowed down because the Cowboys' rush defense was a lot better than expected. Well, not a lot better, but better than I expected them to be. You got Jalen Carter spitting on Dak Prescott, so he's ejected before the game even really get going. You got the big-time weather delay that I think slowed everything down. But when push came to shove, Dak, you gonna go down there and score? We a little nervous? Okay, cool. Next possession, Hurts. He going to go down and score. Dak go down and score again? All right, we going to give you another touchdown. Dak go down and give you a field goal? You know what? We're going to come down and give you another touchdown and take the lead going into half. The confidence he got right now is very reminiscent to 2022. It's very reminiscent to 2022, Joe. If he keep at this pace, it's going to get ugly. I'm feeling good about my MVP pick. I'm feeling good about it, Joe. I'm feeling good about it, Joe. I'm trying to tell you, this is the best week 1 game he's had probably since the Lions in 2022. Because he was okay last year. He had them 2 picks. And then we saw how he was against the Pats. It's the best game, just the best week 1 he played since the Lions. I'm excited, Joe. The same way you feel about Jaden, man. I'm excited. So going into this game, I feel like the Chiefs are going to come out. They're going to want to make a statement, because they don't want to go down 0-2. We understand 0-2. We understand all that. But the Eagles also want to make a statement. Y'all think y'all that, but y'all ain't no more. Jalen Carter is going to play. AJ is going to touch the ball. Devontae is going to touch the ball. I'm very interested to see if they continue to play Saquon the way they did in the Super Bowl. Because Hurts then killed y'all twice in 2 back-to-back Super Bowls. With that strategy, let's slow the run down and make him throw. He didn't kill you twice with that. So do you switch it up and make and try to stop the pass now and let Saquon kill you? Or do you keep that method and allow Hurts to kill you? I think either way is doomsday. And I think we walk away with a win, man. I don't know what the spread is. We're going to get to that with the pick'ems. Mm-hmm. But I'm sure it's not crazy. I got the Eagles against whatever spread there is, bro. Like, man, please. I feel good, man. You see the Jordan? You see the tribute to Jordan? I know you saw it after the, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Oh, man. He felt it.
He's struggling on week 1.
He feeling himself, bro. You can see it. You can see it, and I love to see it, bro. I love to see it.
Okay. Also, I want to mention Jalen Carter did not get suspended.
Yep.
He got fined $52K.
Mm-hmm.
So
and I do want to say this. All bias aside, I think he should have got suspended. Mm-hmm. All bias aside, I think they should have gave him at least 1 more game. I think it'd have been excessive if it would have been 2, but I think they should have gave him another game because that was crazy.
Yeah, what they saying
is crazy, bro.
Yeah, in the beginning, what they saying is because he saw the whole game.
That was the 1 game
suspension. But it ain't the same. He did the same preparation. He did all that. I feel like you gotta just suspend him for a game. So
Yeah,
now people are like, oh, as long as I do it early in the game, I'm good.
right,
but
right.
I am excited to see y'all defense with him though. I
Mm-hmm.
want to see it. I want to see will y'all look the same as last year. Does he make that big of a difference in y'all defense?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I am curious to see, especially with this new revamped offensive line the Chiefs got. That was actually getting problems by the Chargers early in the
Yeah.
game. So, but here's the thing, man. The Chiefs don't have Rasheed Rice already. Xavier Worthy got hurt on the first play, on the first drive, basically. Like he got hurt. So like the whole game plan changed after that. It's like, dang, like what we do now? Now we throwing a Hollywood Brown who had, I think he had 2 drops. I mean, like the man can't catch. Now he did have 10 catches though. I gotta say he can't catch. So when we made our picks, I don't think Rasheed Rice got suspended yet. I think we made our picks. Hollywood Brown was there too. So I had y'all losing this game. But there is a high chance y'all win this game because they're just shorthanded on the receiving end of the ball. Like you saw Mahomes trying to play hero ball the whole game. And don't get me wrong, like early in the game, it was like 3 and out, 3 and out. They couldn't move, they couldn't do nothing. And the Chargers were just like, pew, pew, pew. I'm like, God, dang, it's about to be a blowout. That's what I was thinking early in the game. But then the defense settled down and Mahomes started working his magic.
Yeah.
Mahomes towards like the middle of the game was looking like the old Mahomes. I'm not gonna lie. I was watching that thing like, oh, Mahomes, oh. Then he ran over the DB.
That was crazy.
Like this dude is going crazy right now. Now then like early in the game, he did have some bad passes, overthrows to Thornton and stuff like that, you know. But I think them being y'all just with Jalen Carter coming back, y'all just better. It is way more talented than them. I think Mahomes needs his guys. So I am leaning. We're gonna get to the spread, you know what I mean, all that stuff. But I am leaning more towards y'all at the injuries they had piled up with the receiver side of the ball. So that's that right there. But I mean, I get it though. I get how you feel. You know what I mean with Jalen Hurts. That's how you mentioned last episode. When you win the championship, there's a different type of swagger you walk with, especially a type of guy like Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts has the right mindset. Now, does he have the best talent? I mean, probably not. You know what I mean? Did he throw for 233 yards, 68 rushing yards? He did not. You know what I mean? you know, I think as you were talking, maybe we should do a week by week comparison between Hurts and JD5 with the MVP run. Maybe we should do that. That'd be interesting. I don't know how we're gonna do it, or maybe I'll just bring it up on my segment. I don't know. I'm just let's
check this out. This how one play. This how the other play.
I'm keeping score. It's the total stats and it's the record. We keep the score. But anyways, that's what happens when you have that mindset and you win. You take it to a different level. There's like we talk about Denver all the time. It's hard to beat them now because they champions. Yeah. The Warriors. It's hard to beat them. Look, the Chiefs, you just mentioned, they just squeeze our games because they champions, bro. Like, you know what teams, like I think will go crazy if they win? The Ravens. All the mistakes they make, if they finally win and get over the hump, all those little mistakes they normally make ain't happening no more. They're going to find a way to win. That's what winning does to you because you now have an expectation to win. That's where the Eagles are right now. Now, at the same time, you know what I mean? I see this comment. My man probably would have had only 4 completions if he was dinking and ducking too. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? I ain't trying to do it, bro. But don't try to kill my man, all right?
It was an average of 6.6. I mean, that's not terrible. You know what I'm saying? That ain't terrible.
Jared Goff was 5 point something. I mean, a little bit better than Jared Goff. I mean, I'm just saying. I don't know where my man was at, so I can't talk. Maybe it was something low like that. I don't know.
I'd have to pull it up. I'd have to pull it up. Matter of fact, I do. Hold on. I got it right here. It may have been more. Let's see.
8.4, 8.5.
7.8.
Oh.
7.8. So you got it.
I know, and threw more passes. No, you throw more passes, you might get a little average. But But anyways, he had less completions too. But anyways, but yeah, that the mindset he has. So I respect that. I respect that analysis, and I think it's true. But What I worry about with y'all is around him. Like,
Mm-hmm.
come on, man. AJ Brown. Come on, bro. Like you know how AJ Brown is. And
Yeah,
Smitty on the low too.
he
Smitty
is.
not gonna be outgoing. But on the low, I know he's shoving like, hey, bro, I'm a
Yeah,
Heisman Trophy winner. Like I got the Heisman Trophy. I got the National Championship ring or trophy. I'm a winner now. And as a receiver, bro, nobody cares about how many times you win. They
yeah,
care about your numbers.
that's
He
true.
got his ring. That's cool. Now he gotta get his. Now the good thing that happened this week, Jamar didn't go off. The
Yeah.
good thing about this week, Jettis didn't go off. He had a good game. He
Mm-hmm.
didn't go off. That's what's good. What happened
Terry
with y'all?
didn't go off.
Terry didn't go
A
off.
lot, a lot of the
Go.
top guys didn't go crazy.
They didn't. But
Mm-hmm.
one reception though, that can't happen. Like my thing is, can y'all just throw him a screen? Like do
Yeah,
something.
yeah, do something. Yeah,
I feel like at the end of the game, that's what y'all did. Y'all just drew up something to get him the ball, and now everybody made a big deal of it. But he made a play when it mattered. I'm like, bro, I got like 4 yards. Like, chill, y'all. Like, y'all saw something like the man had a game winning first down or something. Like, relax, y'all. So, but if I'm you, I would feel that way too. And now, like I said, I'm leaning towards y'all winning this game because y'all
yeah,
just a
man.
better team at this moment.
Yeah, man. When I go back, like I said, when I watch the game, I just look at the game like, man, like I know we're a much better team than how we played, given how, because like when I go back and I look at the all 22s from the game, man, they was like, this is why. Prime example. Last night, JJ McCarthy. People talking about how Jettis ain't touched the ball all game. He ain't getting no targets. Da 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 da. And then you go force feed the guy, and it's a pick that going the other way. Like when I go back and I watch the all 22s, there are moments where I'm like, okay, we probably could have forced it to AJ Brown right there, but bro, he was getting doubled, he was getting bracketed. He had one guy in front of him. AJ liked to run them slants. He had
Yo,
one
they were
guy,
on that.
bro. They was right there,
They was on
and,
that.
and,
Yeah.
and, and it ain't like Hurts saying, look, Hurts looked, and it's like, bro, they soon as he got to that route, they right there sitting on it. So it's
I
like
saw that.
they was on it. So I think it's on Hurts to trust it a little bit more, but it's also on the offensive coordinator to scheme a little bit better. And he's new, so I'm expecting a few of those bumps early on. He's a new offensive coordinator. I'm expecting him to scheme a little bit better, get guys open, get guys some different looks so that they can get the football. But what AJ got to realize, what Smitty got to realize, bro, is even last year they had a low target count. Had they stayed healthy all season, they'd have got the numbers they got the year before.
Especially AJ.
Especially AJ. Like, y'all have still racked up, AJ still would have racked up 1,300, 1,400 yards. You know what I mean? Smitty would have got 1,000 yards. But Smitty missed, what, two games? AJ missed like 4 games. So it's like, y'all still will get, if not the same exact, real close to what y'all numbers were. And I think it's the same thing this year because, bro, this ain't going to be the only game Saquon get bottled up. They bottled Saquon up. So we're not going to have no choice but to throw the ball. And we're not just going to keep on throwing the ball to Goddard and to Dotson. I like what I see out of Dotson, too. We're not just going to keep on throwing the ball to them. Now, the last thing I want to say before we move on to the pickups, I want to talk about the defense for a hot second. I'm going to be honest. I love Quinyon Mitchell. I love Cooper DeJean. I've said this behind the scenes. I'm going to say it publicly now. I'm slightly nervous about both of them this year. Now, we talk about, sophomore slumps for quarterbacks, but sometimes, other players in different positions don't quite look the same as they did their rookie year because there's also tape out on them as well. I wanted Quinyon checking CD in the second half, and for the most part, he did. On a lot of them drops CD had, Quinyon was in coverage, and CD was open. He just dropped the ball. On that last play, he blew right by Cooper DeJean in the slot.
Oh, yeah.
He just dropped the ball.
Yeah.
So, and then don't even get me started on Adoree Jackson. I expect the defensive line to come along. Obviously, Jalen Carter will be back. So I think that defensive line is going to come along. Guys like Jalen Hunt and Nolan Smith, I feel like the defensive line is going to be fine. We just signed Zadarius Smith. So the defensive line, I think, is going to be fine. I love what I see out of my linebackers. Zach Bond and Campbell, them guys look good. But I'm slightly concerned about the secondary, and I really need Howie to address that CB2 position. I really want him to go and get Gilmore. I don't think he will, but I think that we're 1 year. I think it's a little too early, and I know they both finished top 60. I think it's a little too early to try to just make them the staples of the secondary. Get you one more veteran in the secondary that can really cover, that could be a mentor just for one more year, and then let's pass the reins to Cooper DeJean and to Quinyon Mitchell. People understate the role that Slay had in that defense last year. Slay was big. He was huge.
And
He
CJ.
was huge. And CJ. Neither one of them guys there anymore. We got a young guy in Sidney Brown back there now that is injury prone, if we're being honest. And then when he not out there, we got a rookie Andrew Makuba back there at safety. And then you got Quinyon, Coop, who again I think they'll be fine, but I think they need a little bit more help. And freaking Adoree Jackson. You know, maybe hopefully we get Denzel Ward. I just don't see a world where that happens because
He has injury issues too.
He
Soft
does.
tissue issues a lot.
You know what I mean? So I think we'll be fine because I think Uno gonna have a great year. I just think he gonna have a great year, just like getting it done. But I'm a realist. I have some concerns. I don't lead that game like we perfect. I lead that game like Hurts, that's my dog. But the rest of us, okay, like we got some work to do. So, but I got us beating the Chiefs, man. We gonna get the Chiefs up out of
I
here.
gotta be honest. I don't really have concerns. We play the Giants though, so
I feel that.
we'll see after Thursday.
I like
All right,
what I
let's
saw
get
to
to
Amos.
Yeah, he had a rough start, but then he picked it up after that. He
Yep.
picked it up, so we'll see. Oh yeah, Noah Ignominy. I don't know his name. I always miss his name out. Number 6, Noah Ignominy. His name
Oh,
is.
okay.
I can't. We need. He's our new St. Juice.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, Joe, you didn't even have to put that up. Oh man.
Oh yeah, it's letting people know what's going on. It look like people. I mean, last year. I mean, I'm just saying, you know. And y'all can see,
I got some catching up to do, Joe.
We here. We 9. It's not the best record, 9-7, but it's a winning one. You know.
You know what's funny,
I'm
bro?
ready,
So ESPN, bro, they get me. They get me, right? So when you pull it up, it says you're in the 21 percentile. And I'm thinking like, oh, I'm in the top just before you see the record. Oh, I'm in the top 21 percentile. I must have did immaculate. Then I look at it, I'm like, oh, I'm in the bottom.
Bottom 21.
I'm in the bottom 21%. Oh man, it's looking crazy. But you ready to get to these picks?
Yes, sir.
All right. We got the Commanders at the Green Bay Packers. The Packers are favored in this game. They're at home. Minus 3.5. Who you got, Joe?
Come on, man. Don't expect me with that question, all right? Man, give me the Commanders plus 3.5. But I'm taking that straight up. That's plus money right there.
Oh man. See, I'm gonna take the Packers. I think y'all, if y'all win, I think y'all win by 3. I'm gonna take the Packers. Next, we got the Jacksonville Jaguars at the Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals are favored at minus 3.
No. That's correct you. Taking the Packers is saying that the Packers are going to win by 4. If they win by 3, you lose.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, let me get the Commanders. Thank you for that. Let me get the
I
Commanders.
thought you were like, oh, you're right. Give me the Packers. I'm like, oh.
No. I messed that up. I definitely messed that up. Give me the
Yeah.
Commanders. Thank you for that.
All right, cool.
All right. We got Jacksonville against the Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals are favored minus 3.5. I'm
The
taking
Bengals at home, right?
The Bengals are at home. I'm a Cincinnati ain't look too bad, or I'm sorry, Jacksonville ain't look too bad week 1. And I think that was an upset pick for us both.
I'm gonna take the Jags. I think the Bengals will win, but it was gonna be a close one though.
So you got them winning by like 3?
Yeah, something like that. So I'm taking the Jags at 3.5. 3.5 is always like a safe bet. It's like, oh, I'm glad you gave me the 0.5.
Right.
Because a game winning field goal, you win.
I think I'm gonna go the Bengals at home. I still don't trust Trevor, bro. I'm gonna go with Cincinnati winning by at least 4.
Okay.
I'm gonna take Cincinnati. We got the New York Giants at the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas is favorite minus 5.5. Ooh, Russ still out there, and it's in Dallas. I'm gonna take
5.5
Dallas.
though.
I'm
Dallas
gonna
normally
take.
smack.
You said what?
Dallas normally smack the Giants.
They
so.
do. I'm gonna take Dallas as the favorite in this one, minus the 5.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take that.
I am too.
I can see them winning by a touchdown or more. I can see that. We got the we got the Chicago Bears at the Detroit Lions. Detroit is favorited minus 5.5 in this game at home.
Give me the Lions.
I'm going with the Lions too. Bro, the Bears, goodness gracious.
Oh my gosh.
Man.
Horrible. You said 5.5, right?
5.5, yep.
5.5. Yeah. That's your boy, Caleb.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I can't believe it, bro. I can't believe it.
Hey,
let's for a quick second here. Let's think about how blessed y'all are, bro. Because for a
Man,
while that all season, you wanted. You was like, we gonna get Caleb, and y'all ended up with Jaden. And you was like, you know what? If we going with Jaden, I trust it. But you low key wanted Caleb.
This is why I'm more watching college, so I can have more of a. Because once I watch Jaden's tape, I switch. I said I want Jaden, but up front I was like Caleb.
Yeah.
Thank you, Adam Peters. Thank you.
All right, we got the LA Rams at the Tennessee Titans. The Rams are favorite minus 5.5.
I'm gonna take the Rams, bro. The Titans offense, but they just played well. But Bonus was terrible though.
Yeah.
Who at home? Titans.
Titans at the crib. Yep.
Ooh, it's tough. Okay.
I'm taking the Rams. I think they got to play better than how they played last week, bro. They have to.
Okay. I'm going to go with the Rams, too. Because I'm thinking, like, maybe they win, but it'd be, like, another close one. Because they won by 5 last week.
Yep. They won 14-9.
Yeah.
We got – I can't believe the Patriots lost last week. I can, but I can't at the same time. Shout out to Gino. Goodness gracious. We got the Patriots at the Dolphins. This is a weird one, bro. The Dolphins are favored minus 1.5 at home.
They normally play well.
They normally play well at home. I got faith in the Patriots. Are the Dolphins really that bad, bro?
Nah.
I gotta go with the Dolphins too. I just don't think they're that bad, bro.
Yeah, they gotta bounce back. It was Tua had a bad game.
Yeah.
And the defense was like weak though, but Tua had a bad game.
Yeah. I'm going with the Dolphins.
Minus 1.5, right?
Yep, minus 1.5. We got the 49ers at the New Orleans Saints. The 49ers are favorite minus 4.5 on the road against the Saints. I'm gonna go with the Niners, but they are banged up though. Who gonna?
Yeah, 4.5 at home.
No, 4.5. They're on the road. They're favored by 4.5 on the road against the Saints.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm going with the Saints.
Ooh.
Plus 4.5, right?
Yep. Saints are plus 4.5.
All right. I'm going to go with the Saints.
Okay. We got the Buffalo Bills at the New York Jets. The Bills are favored in this matchup minus 6.5.
Give me the Bills.
Ooh.
I know the Jets look good, but no.
It's tricky because why am I blanking on his name right now? Fields. Justin Fields was out there going crazy, so it's tricky. But and I would say, man, the Steelers defense was just off, but I mean the Bills defense ain't look much better. They playing.
Ain't nobody talking about it either. Ain't nobody talking about it. We all talking about the Ravens, not them.
Their defense looked horrible too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
It's in New York, right? Or in Buffalo?
It's in New York. I feel like I shouldn't get trapped in this, bro.
But Josh Allen remember he had a bad game against the Jets. He had 3 picks.
Man, I feel like the safe bet for me is the Bills, just because Josh, bro. Like he gonna beat them by at least 7. I think. Nah, man, I'm going with the Jets. Give me the
Okay,
Jets.
okay,
Give me the Jets.
okay,
Give me the
okay,
Jets, man.
okay.
I'm going with the Jets, man.
You might be
That
right
face,
though.
that face, you man. You like? Give me the Jets, man. Come on, Justin Fields. Give me one. All
That's a
right,
good upset pick.
it is. We got the Seattle Seahawks at the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Steelers are favored in this matchup, minus 2.5. I'm going with the Steelers.
I think Sam Darnold gonna struggle. I think the defense will pick up this game.
Yep. Next, we got the Cleveland Browns at the Baltimore Ravens. This spread kind of crazy.
You know what?
I'm
sorry. I'm gonna go with the Seahawks.
Okay. Do you have the Seahawks winning outright, or you just got them covering
No, the cover. I'm gonna go with the Seahawks. I know it's a small cover, but I'm gonna go with the Seahawks. Somebody once told me if you ever bet and the spread is less than 3, never. If you're gonna bet the underdog, just bet straight up.
Fair.
Cause how rare is it for them somebody to win by 1 or 2?
Fair.
All right, so I'm going with the Seahawks plus 2.5, and you going with the Steelers, right?
Yep, I'm going with the Steelers.
All right. Yeah, I got a feeling. I think they're gonna run. I think they're gonna run the ball well against the Steelers.
Fair. I just expect the Steelers defense to be better this upcoming week. I mean, it was horrible last week. So
And the Seahawks defense
it's pretty good.
ain't too bad either.
It's pretty good. We got Cleveland at Baltimore. Check this spread out.
Give me the Ravens.
The Ravens.
13.5. 13.5.
12.5.
Give me the. Oh, dang, that's big though. Hold on.
I'm taking the Browns against that spread, bro.
I'm probably doing that too though. And where is that? In Baltimore?
It's in Baltimore. I can see them being mad and smoking them guys, but at the same time, it's a divisional game.
I get you. They just lost, but I'm giving the Ravens, bro. 12.5.
Okay,
that's a lot. That's a lot, but I'm taking it.
That's a lot, bro. It is.
See, betting the spread is different.
Yeah, it is. It definitely is. All right, we got the Denver Broncos at the Indianapolis Colts. The Broncos are favored on the road against the Indianapolis Colts, minus 2.5, and I'm definitely going with the Broncos. Even though Danny Jones was looking good, but against that defense, I don't see it.
And Bo Nix was horrible looking.
He was horrible looking.
All right, give me the Broncos though. It's a different defense we're talking about.
Mm-hmm. We got the Carolina Panthers at the Arizona Cardinals. The Cardinals are favored in this matchup, minus 6.5.
Dang.
Right. And get this. Most people are going with that. It's 72% of people are picking the Cardinals with that spread. I should probably start saying those percentages too, actually.
The Cardinals are at home?
The Cardinals are at home, minus 6.5. I'm going with the Cardinals. I'm sorry, I'm going with the Panthers against that spread.
Dang, it's a tough one. Panthers got blown out, you know.
They did.
By the Jags. Give me the Cardinals.
Okay.
6.5. That's a big spread for a Cardinals team. That's crazy.
I'm saying. Next, we got them birds. Caw. We got them birds at the Kansas City Chiefs. And the birds are favored in Kansas City.
Ooh.
Minus 1.5. Y'all know I'm going with the birds.
You know what? I'm going to go with the Chiefs.
I knew you would. I knew when you heard that the Eagles was favorite, you was going to pick the Chiefs. I already knew.
Yeah, that was my preseason pick, and you went with the Eagles, so I'm going with the Chiefs. Make this interesting.
I feel that.
And it's going the Chiefs. That's 1.5?
Yep, 1.5. Next, we got the Atlanta Falcons at the Minnesota Vikings. The Vikings are favorite. The Vikings are favorite at home, minus 4.5.
That's crazy. You got JJ going against Caleb. Now you got JJ going against Penix. Same
I
drive.
think I'm gonna go with the. I think they at home. I think I'm gonna go with the Falcons against that
What's the
spread.
spread?
4.5.
I'm gonna take the Falcons too.
Yeah,
They
I
got a
think I'm gonna go
much
with the
better
Falcons.
organized offense,
Mm-hmm.
and that's plus money, right?
Yep. Plus 4.5 for the Falcons. Next, we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Houston Texans. Yo, CJ Stroud. He looking sus. He looking sus.
He ain't
But
JD5.
I,
I telling people that.
but we got I'm sorry, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Houston Texans. The Texans are favored at home, minus 2.5. I'm going with the Bucks. Shout out to Emeka Okuba, dog like offensive rookie of the year. Offensive rookie of the year. Give me the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
I'm gonna go with the Texans.
Okay.
Minus 2.5.
Yep.
Dang, these some low spread. It's either like high or it's low. God damn,
Right.
with a 3.
Well,
These jumps like 2 or 6.
Right. Here go. The last matchup. It's a 3.5 spread. We got the Chargers at the Raiders, and that's a tough matchup after what we just seen from both teams. We got the Chargers at the Raiders. The Chargers are favored on the road, minus 3.5.
Dang, that's really 6. You get 3 points for being home. All right.
And the Chargers just played played the Chiefs.
I'm gonna go with the Raiders.
I'm gonna go with the Raiders too.
Plus 3.5.
Raiders too. And that's
Ooh,
it.
that's our games. No bye weeks. Yeah.
Yep. Everybody playing.
All right, bet. Let's get it. Let's add these wins up, All right, let's go to the last words. My last words. Shout out to the whole network. Shout out to everybody on AJ's channel. Timeout. Appreciate everybody that's tuned in tonight. Appreciate my commanders. I mean, look, man. Like I said, Jordan Love, he used to be my guy. But the praise is getting crazy.
Yeah.
It really is. It's getting crazy, bro. Like, you haven't earned a right to... How my man do more than you in 1 year you did your whole career? That's what I want to know. He did more than what you did in one year you did your whole career. And now you are peaking at the right time because we coming in at the right time. We peaking at the right time. And we're going to come in at Green Bay. We're going to have a few Lambo leaps. That's all I'm saying. But that's all I got for you.
You almost make me want to switch my pick back to the Packers. Man, I want to switch my pick back. Yeah, but nah, I ain't going to do that. My last words are, of course, man, thank you. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. The R12 community, the timeout/full timeout community. Thank y'all all for tuning in. We're going to get this record a little better this week. With these spreads, man, 6-10 just ain't that ain't acceptable for your boy. That's just not acceptable. I mean, seeing that on the graphic is outrageous. It's like, really? Just my back to you or my stuff say 6-10. Like, nah, we can't have that. We can't have that. But Birds, listen, we got some things to improve, but it's week 1. We don't want to peak too soon. We want to make sure we peak the second half of the season going into the playoffs. And I keep telling people, you turn on, some people talk about film this, film that. Turn on the tape this year. Watch Hurts week to week. I'm getting a different vibe. I'm getting 2022 vibes from Jay Hurts this year. So y'all stay tuned. Because that boy looking like he playing with another sense of confidence. He back there, he chilling. Like he know he a champ. I know I'm a champ. Y'all got to catch me at this point. You know what I mean? So like usual, man, my birds, we fly high. And they keep me unfazed, man.
Unfazed. Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button, no matter what you're listening to or watching it. hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.